Syria now free from the grip of the Assad regime after rebel insurgents seized the capital city of Damascus overnight. Russian state media says President Bashar al-Assad, now in Moscow, has questioned swirl over the future of Syria's government and the stability of the Middle East. Fox News correspondent Alex Hogan reports from Tel Aviv.
In a historic day here in the Middle East, rebels in Syria ousted President Bashar al-Assad, ending his family's rule of more than 50 years. Syrian rebels stormed the presidential palace after 13 years of civil war. Russian media reporting that President Assad arrived with his family in Moscow. Russia's foreign ministry announced that he's ordered a peaceful handover of power after rebel forces made this announcement on state TV.
The city of Damascus has been liberated. The tyrant Bashar al-Assad has been toppled, and all the unjustly detained persons from the regime's prisons have been released.
The rebels are made up of a coalition of groups banded together to overthrow the regime. The strongest group in the coalition is HTS, which the U.S. has designated as a terror group. HTS's leader, Abu Muhammad al-Golani, says this is a turning point for the Middle East and that there's no room for turning back. The stunning and rapid advance of opposition forces began less than 2 weeks ago. President Joe Biden today acknowledged that this would not have been possible if President Assad's key allies, Russia, Iran, and Hezbollah, hadn't already been weakened. Still, Biden warned of the potential dangers in the days ahead.
That ISIS will try to take advantage of any vacuum to reestablish its capabilities and to create a safe haven. We will not let that happen. In fact, just today, U.S. forces conducted a dozen of precision strikes, airstrikes, within Syria, targeting ISIS camps and ISIS operatives.
Already, Syrians have started flooding home through the borders of neighboring countries. 12 million people have been displaced. That is half of the country's pre-war population. In Tel Aviv, Israel, Alex Hogan, Fox News.
And we spoke to a Middle East expert to find out what the developments in Syria might mean for the U.S. and its allies. He says if the rebel forces look beyond Syria's borders, that could spell trouble for American allies in the region. Like Israel, he cautions the U.S. against getting drawn into this conflict.
The main thing is resist the temptation to try to build a nation, to try to interfere here, to help whatever people that we think are good guys. We need to stay out of it and hope we can contain it.
Well, Tobin says if the turmoil in Syria spreads beyond its borders, it could bring even more instability to the Middle East. It could eventually impact the world's oil supply.
Coming up, not everyone is happy. The holidays are here.
That's right. While bodega workers are sounding the alarm and calling for a stronger police presence.
Plus, President-elect Trump sitting down for his first network interview since winning the election. What he is saying about whether Americans will have to start paying more because of his proposed tariffs. And here's Audrey.
Good evening, everyone. Well, we had a really nice day across the tri-state area. Temperatures were above average for a change. A lot of the numbers were in the mid-50s. We're dry on the radar. We'll stay clear tonight, but we do have a wet start to the week. The details coming up. Tina?
Audrey, tonight on Sports Extra, we will have the latest on Juan Soto watch. Where will Juan Soto be announcing that he'll be playing next season, and will he announce tonight? Jennifer Williams reports on a plain, ugly Giants loss. We will be joined by college basketball coaching legend John Calipari before he comes to the Garden this week for the Jimmy V Classic with his new team, Arkansas.